Hello everyone out there, this is Zukumani here. Continuing on with our Foul Cascades run here on the Rift Beta. This is part 3, the final part. It'll have the last two bosses in here, so here we go. Alrighty, same basic principles, nothing's really changed here, the groups are all the same. We're not bothering with CC, as you may be able to tell. We are just DPSing down as we see fit. Quickly nuke these guys down as we head up to the third boss. Now the third boss isn't a challenge at all. I mean, doesn't really do anything that sort of hinders us in any way. The last boss is, well, it's sort of up and down. I hear a lot of people saying that's really hard, a lot of people saying that's easy. Myself personally, I think it's quite well tuned, and if your group knows what they're doing and does their roles as they should be doing, then you shouldn't have a problem whatsoever. Alrighty, so this is the third boss. Now, the only ability this guy does, or it's a caster, but the only other ability this guy does is a knockback. But before we can even engage the boss, he summons all these adds. Our priority, as ranged, is just to stay on this back wall, stay as far away from the boss as we possibly can, just because the boss does a knockback, and if you stay back at max range doesn't even get affected by it, so our casts aren't interrupted, and it just makes this fight so much easy. You know, it makes it pretty much a face roll. So, first set of adds come out, they're non-elites, so we just quickly nuke them down. Second set of adds are elites, but they're not too hard, and then two big sets of adds come out, who have a bit more HP, but again, nothing to sort of concern yourselves about. Just make sure that the tank picks them up before you start DPSing. Otherwise you'll be tanking it and your healers will not like you at all. Alrighty, finishing him off. Almost down. Okay, last two guys coming out. As you'll see, they're a lot bigger than the other guys. Tank just quickly picks them up, like so. And then we just focus it down, nuke it, and continue on. As soon as these two die, the boss does come out. The tank actually tanked him on the rune that he's on. As you can see at the back there right now though, there is a path that wanders through. Be careful because of the knockback. You know, you don't want your melee DPS to land near that group and then pull even more adds. During the fight, I thought it may have happened, but we got lucky. So just be aware of that, be aware of your positioning, and make sure that you're not too close. Alrighty, so as you see, there's a knockback right there. It's not too much of a challenge. I put up natural conversion up on the boss just because he's a caster, just to help out with healing whenever it needed to be done. Again, there's a minute cooldown on it. This boss fight lasts for about a minute, so I can only use it once. I should realistically use that ability if the tank is really low on health, to really boost up their health really quick, but yeah, that's something else I need to work on, let's say. Again, beta is beta, things are bound to change. This boss fight can change completely by the time it hits live, but from what I see out of it at the moment, it's basically going to be the same. It's going to be the heroic versions or the tiered versions of these dungeons that might post a bit of a challenge, but until then, it's pretty much as is, not too hard at all. Ooh. Very nice. Try and win that actually. Okay, so got the table again. Summons the last guy for the quest in here. Here he comes right now. Remember, same as always, just let the tank pick him up and then we just kill him down. Alrighty, so after we kill this guy, we're going to head to the last boss. Now, the last boss is at the rift in this instance. As soon as you enter it, you'll see it over in the far distance. There's a rift. You can bypass all this trash though, and we decided to do such thing. Personally, I would have liked to just go down there just for the extra XP, but we were under a few time constraints here, so we decided just to avoid all those pats, and we just follow this way down. Alrighty, since we're running to the boss, perfect time to mention the beta is open again. It is an open beta this time. Anybody can join. Head on over to riftgame.com/beta sign up if you haven't signed up already, and get in on the fun. It's only going to be up for 6 days, and then the game launches on March 1st. If you pre-order the game though, like myself, we'll be able to play on the 24th of February, and then we can really start to have some fun. So, as you see, this is a rift. I mean, it basically looks exactly like a death rift outside, except for all these ads, there's a boss in the middle. Now, a little tip here, before you engage the boss, make sure that you kill all of these pats. Now, they do pat pretty far, and the aggro radius is quite high, so make sure you kill them, just because they hit like trucks, and you really don't want to have one of those in on this fight. Okay, the last boss in this place. Now, thing about this boss is, throughout the fight, he will summon this little rune, let's call it a rune on the ground. You have to get out of it ASAP. Our strategy was, because ads spawn throughout this fight, we decided to all stack up on the main tank for this, and when a rune spawned, we all moved as one, you know, so that we're not all spread out throughout the fight. Also, the boss will impregnate someone, laying eggs inside of you. I know, but those eggs eventually hatch, and when they do hatch, they spawn ads. So it's best to be close to the tank, just so it makes it a hell of a lot easier for the tank to pick up the ads. Other than that, it's just a very, very quick DPS race. We decided not to focus on the ads at all. The tank felt confident enough to hold them. We felt confident enough to just heal him. There is a poison debuff in this group during this fight, that if you can cleanse poisons, please do. It'll help out so much. I know a Chloromancer can, and I believe a Cleric can as well, so just be aware of your abilities, and be sure to use the appropriate abilities when needed. And the Thingo looks like a giant spider, so I'm already a fan. As you can see on the ground right there, that is one of the runes I was telling you about. It does damage. We sort of split up here, but we end up grouping back up together. I myself got impregnated at that time. So I'm right beside the tank. There comes the ads. The tank quickly picks them up, and we continue on. Alrighty, another rune spawns. We all move together, stay close together, making sure healing goes around, making sure to cleanse whenever you can, just to sort of limit that damage. Alright. So we're continuing on. The tank is taking a lot of damage, as you may expect, you know, with so many ads about, and with the rune damage as well. A couple of times here I was a little scared. I mean, I used my soul tether, you know, just to make sure that if anyone did die, that they could instantly get back up and we could just continue on. The tank is taking a hell of a lot of damage, but we were able to keep him up. From a healer side of things, even as a support healer in this respect, it was a bit hectic, but all in all, it was a very enjoyable fight. I do quite like it. It's you know, it's more involving, it's more engaging than just a simple, okay, stand still, okay, tanking the boss, throw a heal, throw another heal. You know, it's more engaging. You have to move, you have to cleanse, you have to make sure that everyone's buffed up. You got ads to deal with. If you're impregnated, you need to be beside the boss. You need to be beside the tank, sorry, so the tank can pick them up. You know, there's a lot involved in this fight that makes it one of the best fights I've played so far in the Rift Beta. Alrighty guys, that is Foul Cascade there. My name is Zukumani. I'll be in the Rift Beta on Wolfsbane server. If you're around, you want to send me an IM, we'll go level, we'll go run some instances. I'm always up for it. The next 6 days of the beta, so be sure to see you all there. My name is Zukumani. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.